Good morning. I'm just getting set up right now to do my morning meditation before I really start using my brain. First thing in the morning when I wake up, I make my bed and I have a glass of salt water. You can use a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon, and what that does is it wakes up your brain. It nourishes it. It's like a cup of coffee for your nerves and your central nervous system. So what I notice immediately is I feel like a dried out plant, tired and groggy, just waking up. Have that cup of electrolyte water or sodium water. You can use salt or you can use packets of electrolytes, whatever, Vega, whatever you prefer. I feel like I wake up like I'm nourished. I feel like I'm a plant that's been watered. When you see the leaves start to grow and fill out with water. And then I get outside for 5 to 10 minutes of that morning sunlight. That low solar angle light needs to touch your skin, but mainly your eyes first thing in the morning. And what that does is it increases your dopamine level. So if you struggle with depression, anger, a lack of motivation, this lifts that level, because when your dopamine is been used up, we go into a depression sort of feeling. That lack of motivation, low energy, because the dopamine is being restored in the brain. So when you wake up and get that sunlight in the morning, first thing in the morning, it's within the first hour of waking, 5 to 10 minutes. If it's cloudy, you need about 20 minutes to half an hour. So this morning it was cloudy and rainy. Dogs and I went out to the air park for a walk, saying hi to all the dogs and all the people. It was lovely, and getting that sunlight. And so when you do that, it not only raises your level of dopamine tolerance, let's just say, and helps fill the dopamine, it also resets the circadian rhythm. So the only way to reset the circadian rhythm property is getting that light in the eyes in the morning, and then in the evening. Morning is extremely important. In the eyes and on the skin if possible, but if it's just in the eyes, that's fantastic because of how the circadian works. So circadian rhythm is that natural waking up early, or whenever, with the sun, your natural sleep pattern. If you're having sleep problems, this is something you have to start doing. And then I meditate 10 to 20 minutes, sometimes longer. So I just came down to my studio in Courtney here, and I've got a seat here. I'm sitting on a cushion, so feel free to join me. It's important to have that anterior tilt in the hips. So if you could stand up straight and imagine there's a bowl of water full at your pelvis floor, and if you round your back like this, the bowl tips back and pours out. If you tilt forward, it pulls forward, pours forward. See, I need to meditate. My words aren't matching up. Stomach's growling. Oh yeah, and I don't eat in the morning. Wait till 3+ hours. That tangent side note, it's important. That helps the body burn the fat in the liver first and use the energy fat stores to get the day going. It's very good for you. And also it's ideal not to drink coffee for 1 to 2 hours after waking up, because of what's the chemical compound? There's a hormone that we have when we wake up that gives us energy. If we have coffee right away, the caffeine, it gives us the jitters and anxiety because it suppresses that hormone. Anyway, so back to rotations. When your hips are forward, your pelvic floor is forward, that bowl is tilting forward slightly, water is going to pour forward. That's what you want. That alleviates tension from the spine and the back and all the muscles. So if you meditate and you wake up, you get up and oh, my back. Often that's why. And it is important. So I sit on a cushion. I like to go into half lotus. It's not necessary. You can sit on a chair. If you're on a chair, make sure you have that pelvic tilt, anterior tilt, your spine straight. Open the crown. Bring light energy in through the crown chakra, down through the third eye, down through the throat, into the heart, the solar plexus, and then stop at the second chakra, the dantian. And just feel that energy. If you can't feel energy, that's perfectly fine. You have to sensitize, so just do it anyways. Just practice, use your intention, use your imagination. And then go to the center of the earth, bring that healing, loving earth energy, Mother Earth energy, supportive energy, up, 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 up. Imagine it coming all the way to your root chakra, which is at your bum. And then pull that energy up into the second chakra again. And then when you feel it join there, you're connecting that energy. Let it grow together for a bit. You can feel it. If you can't feel it yet, you will in time, especially if you practice this all the time. And then go back to the higher self, that energy up high. Bring it down through the crown, third eye, throat, and let it split and diverse down the shoulders and out the elbows. You want your elbows and wrists to be, and shoulders to be relaxed. And not your hands should not be too close to you. They need to be out. In prayer, when you can feel energy, people pray like this, energy-wise. I think you are in meditation. Actually, the energy is being blocked right here. It's not moving. It needs to be out further. So to really feel energy, when you can feel energy and then you do this and connect the heart energy with that energy in the second chakra, it amplifies the energy. So if you're a Reiki healer, this is a practice that I would highly recommend you try every day, all the time. And it's just that connection to the second chakra with all these connections from the higher self and the earth. Keep that energy strong there, inner eye there, and then let that other energy circulate, and you'll feel the hand and all the chakras burst with energy, and other people can feel it too. And if you can't feel it yet, that's okay. Okay, so now we're ready to meditate. I would like to have a timer. I bought a clock here, and then I bought batteries, but they don't work. So I will have to open my eyes every once in a while and look at the clock on my phone. So I bring peace fingers up to receive energy. I do feel really grounded when I bring my hands down. This is just the Taoist practice that I was taught with a teacher. I also learned many other meditations before and after working with her. So what I do, peace fingers on my knees, and I tilt my chin gently. Keep that anterior rotation of my hips just slightly, and a stacking of the spine all the way down. If you're a Kundalini energy person, you know you want to engage your sphincter muscle to bring that energy into the second chakra, and just keep counting each breath in your head. If you want, you can come up with a syncopa or an affirmation that you're working towards. Maybe it's inner peace, outer peace. Inner peace, outer peace. Maybe you need an energy shift for yourself, and it can be to yourself. You say, I love you, thank you, I love you, in and out with just those 2 words. And then if you just are not into that stuff and you just really care about waking up the brain, because what we're doing here in a meditation, you might think, why meditate in the morning? You're tired, you're gonna fall asleep. Well, what you're really doing is you're waking everything up. You're turning the lights on in the brain, and you're saying, okay, we're focusing now. Think of a wild horse. You put it on the lead and you run it in circles, and then suddenly it's going in circles. We're doing that to the brain. So find a spot to stare at. Follow your nose down to a spot. You can put a stone there, a hairpin, a pen, but look at that one spot. And anytime you catch your eyes moving, every time your eyes move, just bring yourself back. You don't need to be frustrated. Go with an affirmation, or what I was initially trained many years to do. Count in increments of 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, into that second chakra. Exhale, down into the earth. 1, 2, 3. If you're new at meditation and that's too much, just go with counting in 3s. Don't worry about the direction of energy. Just go inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Exhale calmly through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Do that for 10 minutes while keeping your eyes in one spot. So we're gonna start that right now. My clock is going to 10 minutes right now. Okay, start. It's normal and to be expected for your thoughts to go and wander. When you bring it back, each time you bring it back, you're controlling your thoughts. Your thoughts are no longer controlling you. Don't feel frustrated. You don't have to feel frustrated. It's perfectly normal. It's like tennis. We're at 5 minutes. We're halfway there. This is also strengthening the connection in the brain between the amygdala, which is emotion. So if you're one of these people who are extremely emotional, just can't control your anger, or you're crying and feel that sort of great emotional response to life often. Not saying emotions are wrong, they're very healthy and important to express. But if you're more emotionally responding to everything in life, then your amygdala is probably overactive and the connection to the prefrontal cortex is underactive. So this strengthens the connection between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. When we drink alcohol, within 5 to 10 minutes, the alcohol moves through the soft tissue at the top of our mouth into the hypothalamus, and then actually, because it's water and fat soluble, it moves into the prefrontal cortex and starts dissolving gray matter. So even one beer or one glass of wine begins to do that within 10 to 15 minutes and starts to dissolve it. So if you can imagine drinking all your adult life, once a week, once a night, more than that, less than that, each time you do that, you're dissolving the gray matter of the prefrontal cortex, which is the ability to make good decisions calmly. This meditation will help strengthen the connection between the prefrontal cortex and the emotional part of the brain. Okay, so bringing our awareness back to the breath. Become aware of your nostrils flaring, opening and closing with each inhale and exhale. Noticing the temperature of the air you're breathing as it comes in to your nose. And as it exhales, as you move that air back out, become aware of the weight of your body in the ground. Any sensations or tightness in the body, we can trick the brain and the nerves. I learned this in craniosacral therapy as well as trauma therapy. You can think of your favorite colors mixed with white and just visualize with an inhale those colors swirling where there's tension. You're kind of tricking the brain where it's saying there's a trauma there and saying nope, it's safe. There's just color there, and the tissue will unwind and release. The nerves will unwind and release. I'm feeling it in my neck. And exhale through your mouth, through pursed lips, slower than your inhale. Again, going to the discomfort if you have sore back, cramps, neck, headache. Do this practice. Inhale that beautiful color, let it swirl in the area. And exhale slowly through pursed lips. Now looking up, talking in your mind what you're seeing. For example, I see the roof, edges to the ceiling, shadows, layers of shadow, dark to light gray, and then down, I see the ground, it's concrete. I see my area rug, which is wool. I see my green snake plant. Just kind of come back into the room. What I smell, it smells like an office space that was painted. What I taste, a little bit of coffee. And just bring some gentle rotations to the neck. You have big energy lines through the neck. Small intestine, large intestine, stomach, liver. Coming back, you can come back to your intention if you like. If you didn't follow an affirmation in and out with your breath, I just counted that whole time. My affirmation, the affirmation I've been creating is very long. It's very personal, but I'll share it with you. It is, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, deeply loved, and loving. Sometimes I say deeply loving. I want to be a deeply loving person. You can say your Sankopa or affirmation 3 times in your head. Just feel your body when you say it. Okay, there you have it. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'm looking at the wrong light. Thank you for joining me. I'm Brittany Blake from Full Circle Wellness. And if you watched this and enjoyed it, please remember to hit the like button to support my platform, and share and subscribe. I will happily be posting more movies. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I hope you feel calm and focused throughout the day. And love and light. Namaste. Thank you.